Hello guys, my name is Sharmin and today in this video we will be learning how we can use the owl carousel to make a slider. There might be requirements sometimes where you need 3 images in a column and then you want them to slide maybe all together or one by one, which means it's a carousel or a slider with multiple images, right? You might have seen many examples like the bootstrap slider where there's only one image which is continuously sliding, right? I mean the entire screen takes up only one image. Okay, but here what owl carousel is used for is you can see the examples over here, right? You have 3 columns and you can just move them and drag, and there are many other options in owl carousel. So today we will see how we can use owl carousel. Okay, so without wasting time, let's go to VS Code and see how we can use owl carousel. It is very simple and very easy. You can of course make such sliders with JavaScript, okay, like vanilla JavaScript or jQuery, but it is very time consuming. So rather than making it custom when you already have such things made up, then why not to use them? Okay, so let's go to VS Code and see how we can make an owl carousel. Okay, so here we just have VS Code open. So we will start with making an index file. Okay, here our main index.html, and here we say HTML and we get the boilerplate code ready. Let me zoom in so that you guys can see clearly. Okay, so here we will see how we can use the owl carousel. It's from scratch. Okay, I have nothing right now. We will open this page, we will copy the path, go here and paste it. Okay, we have an empty document right now. So now here we go to the owl carousel. Okay, so this is I will put the link in the description box, but still if you don't get, just search owl carousel and the first link that will pop up will be your owl carousel link. Okay, so this is your owl carousel that we'll be using, and this is the demo. Okay, so this is where you can check for the documentation. So here are a few demos we can have a look at. So you have the basic, responsive, and there are different demos. You can just open them. Okay, let's open one of them and see. Okay, so this is the setup that we will have to give to make it work like this. Alright, these are the arrows, okay, the navigation arrows, and these are your dots. These are again navigation dots. Okay, so we will start with the docs. Now here we first have to look at this and follow the instructions of how we have to use this. So here I will also show you how you can read the docs and implement it in your project. Okay, so not necessary if it's a project from scratch. Even if you're making a website and you have like 4 or 5 sections ready, you can use owl carousel in one of those sections. Like after those sections you have the dependencies. Here you need the jQuery or Zepto library. Okay, we will use jQuery because that is the most common library used, the most common JavaScript library that we use. Okay, so here we will start with the installation. Go to the installation and here it says include CSS. Now first include the 2 CSS files into your HTML head. Now a mistake that people might make is they will copy these links, okay, paste them in there. It says paste it in your, okay, let's just close it so that we get more space. So they will paste it over here. Okay, they will save it and then they will try to implement all the other things, like you have these things here as well. You have these files. They just copy it from here and then they paste it there, and then they say that the owl carousel is not working. So whenever you see for the documentation, just check where is the file coming from, right? Can you see like this is not a CDN? Okay, it's not a CDN, it's just file connections. Okay, folder and file connection, which means if you are connecting it this way, the way you have done it right now, then you will need to download the owl carousel files, include them in your folder inside another folder named owl carousel. You need these files. Okay, then only this code will work. So what we can do is, we just saw that we need owl.carousel.min.css and we need the default CSS file. So what we can do is just go and Google the CDN for that. Okay, so we have one website called cdnjs.com. there you get all the CDNs to use. So we go to cdnjs.com. Here you can type owl and you find owl carousel. You can use owl carousel 2, 1, whatever. Since I've been using owl carousel for long, I will be using owl carousel only. So let's check for the first file it is asking for. It says carousel.min.css, right? So here we will search carousel.min.js. This is the this is a JS file. You can see carousel.min.css, right? Okay, let's put this in the as the first tab. So you have the min.css and then you have the default.css. Okay, so just pick this up. This is your CDN. Okay, can you see that is coming from cloudflare.com Ajax. So this is your CDN file. Pick that up, replace it with the first file over here. Alright, and the second one is default.min.css. So let's have a look if we can find the default file. It says theme.default.min.css. okay, so you find the theme.min.css file, just copy that tag, the CDN, and paste it over here. Okay, so we are done with the first step. It says 2 files into your HTML head, so we included these 2 files. Make sure if you're using this code, okay, these links, then you have to manually download it. Now here we included the files, our style, these were the style sheets, okay, that were required. Now we come to the JavaScript part that is required. Here this will be required for its functionality to work, right? We have learned as a web developer that HTML is used to give structure to your website, CSS is used to give style to your website, and JavaScript is used to give functionality to your website, right? Some interactions or all those things that is given by JavaScript. Alright, so here these are the 2 JavaScript files that we will be including. Now the same way I showed you using the cdnjs.com, just pause the video, go and try to follow these instructions and do what they are trying to say. Okay, this is how you will learn how you can implement things while reading the documentation. This practice is also very necessary as a web developer. So yeah, pause the video, go give it a try, come back and see how I'm doing it. Okay, so now the same thing applies over here, right? These are not CDN, so you cannot just copy and paste this, and just read over here, include jQuery and min.css into the footer. Okay, now it says into the footer, so you do not have to include this file in your head section. Okay, into the footer means the very end of your website. Okay, the last part that you have in your website is your footer. Alright, so there we have to load 2 files. It says jQuery and carousel min.js. Okay, so now this is the owl carousel CDN, so we have the min.js over here. Just copy the script tag, paste it in the very end of your body. Okay, let's just wrap this so that you guys can see it doesn't go out of the screen. So just write comments so that it becomes easy for you later on to identify which files are connected where. So this is your owl carousel JS file. Okay, just a comment that you will understand. Okay, so now here the next file we included the jQuery. Now we included the carousel min.js. Now we need the jQuery file. So here you can just go and search for the jQuery file, jQuery CDN. You go to jQuery, and the first one you find over here is jQuery min.js. Here it says jQuery min.js, right? So just copy that script and paste it above your owl carousel script file. Okay, just see the sequence over here, because there are times it won't work if you change the order of your scripts. Okay, so important to even see what order they have said to use it in. So first we'll be having the jQuery file and then the carousel min.js. So this is our jQuery CDN. So we got these things ready. Our setup is almost ready now. We are good to use. Here you refresh, you won't see anything because of course we haven't added anything in the body. These are just script tags, okay, where the script will be loaded. So now we go to the instruction. Now it says set your HTML. Just copy all this and you can just paste it over here. Alright, so this is the structure. Now we need to call the owl carousel. Okay, so what we will do is we will call the owl carousel now. So you see this is being called with the help of jQuery. right? These dollar signs are your jQuery way of using JavaScript. So you copy this, go over here, and you cannot just simply paste it, okay? It's a script, so you need the script tag to paste it in, and you paste it there. Okay, make sure your code is always structured so that it becomes easy for you to read your code when you come back. Okay, so now we just added this, we just called the plugin. Now when we refresh, you can see we are all ready with a slider. It took how many minutes? Just 5 minutes, right? It took no more than 5 minutes to use this carousel. It was so easy, right? Now you will say that this doesn't look really appealing or it doesn't look good. We can do a lot of things. Now we have these things ready. What is happening here exactly is this is the main div, okay, that your owl carousel is targeting. And when you go down here, you can see that this class over here is given .owl carousel function. Whatever you're seeing on the screen right now, that is this moving, this navigation working, and all this is coming from this function owl carousel. Okay, this function has to run on a div which has a class named owl carousel. Okay, so for example, if you change the class name and you just miss the L and you refresh, you see the content on the page, but nothing works, right, as it should work. Why? That is because the name over here, your class name here, and the class name that you are giving the function owl carousel to are different. Okay, so they need to be same for things to work properly. You put it back, you put the L back, and then you refresh and see it's working, right? So this is how you use owl carousel. Okay, now you might say that this was very simple, right, and it doesn't even look appealing. So now I will show you how you can give different styles to your elements. Okay, so here what you have is, this was your main div, right? This is your main div over here, owl carousel. You can see the class name over here, right? Now it is adding its different classes over here, and we don't have any classes added over here. Can you see there are no classes added? But owl carousel by itself adds classes, okay, to those divs over here. So we can just take hold of that owl item, and we can maybe give it a height of 200 pixels if you want. Can you see these navigation items just moved? Just note them, okay? When I remove it, it goes back up, and when I add it, you again see them moving down, right? So it increases the height, and we can give it a background color to see how it is actually working, right? Can you see? These are your different items, right? So this is how you can give style to your elements. You can give them any style you wish to give, and you have your content over here. Okay, this div is this one. It's adding a div above, like it is adding a parent to every div of yours, right? You can see that in the inspect. This is your main div, and then this is the div of the owl carousel that it is adding, right? So you can like give your own classes, or just pick up owl carousel classes, and then you can give styles to them. All right, so now in place of just normal text, for example, if you wanted images, what you can do is maybe let's search for some food image. Hungry, right? Okay, feeling more hungry. It's okay, we can eat after we finish the video. So we'll just download this image over here. Okay, so just right click and save image as, and let's save it on the desktop. Just give it a name of F. Okay, so food, and we just save it. Alright, and let's just drag this image in here to use it. Okay, we just drag it over here. So we have the food image here. Now in place of content, what you can do is just remove this content here, and you can add an image as well. So we have the f.jpg image. Okay, you save this, and you go here and you refresh, right? You see that you have your image over here, but you can see that it is taking a lot of space. So what you can do over here is just have a catch of this of the class name of this div, and just take hold of this image and you can give it a width of 100% so that it fits inside your owl carousel main div. Okay, so we can just copy this and okay, I haven't made a style sheet, so just let's add the style over here only as internal style. Okay, so this is how you insert an image. Okay, you can insert as many images as you want. So this is how we give images to the owl carousel, and there are many things that you can do with owl carousel, like it is very flexible. One more thing to notice over here is the owl controls are given outside your main div. Okay, this is your wrapper, okay, where you have all your items one after the other, and this one is your what we say controls. Okay, so these are given outside your wrapper div so that you can adjust them anywhere on the page wherever you wish. Like now, for example, there are times when you need this on the right hand side or the left hand side, and there are many there can be any requirements. So for flexibility, they have given this controls outside so that you can use them and move them anywhere on the page. Okay, so this is how you use owl carousel, and it was very simple. You have many other options over here. Like for example, we have this object that we pass into the function, okay, which does different things. Now for example, loop true means it will loop, it won't just stop. Like your slides, when the last slide comes, it won't stop the slider, it will go to the first slide, continue. Okay, so you don't have to scroll back, it will be in a continuation. Margin will add margin between your items. The navigation true or false is if you put it as false, the navigation arrows and those dots and all those things won't show. I think there's a different property for dots, but navigations are your arrows. Okay, those arrows which are used to navigate your slides. And you can look for many other demos over here. You have responsive, you have center. This one is interesting as well, the center slide, and you have the center without a loop. So here there will be a different class added to your center div, and then you can just make it look different than the other ones. Like there are many things you can do, right? So this is what you will be using for center. There will be center to items to, and different things that you can use. Okay, and yeah, one more thing I wanted to add up is you can use more than one owl carousel on a single page, but make sure when you call this jQuery over here, what you will have to do is, I just showed you, right, that this has to match your ID, the class name over here, correct? So if you, for example, have another div, just for an example, we copy this, we paste it over here, and we say owl carousel 2. What you need to do is just copy this down and give this a class of owl carousel 2. Okay, they give different classes. If you give the same class name, I don't really know if it will work or not, and even if it works, your styling will mess up because of the same class name. So yeah, try it yourself, and this was how easy it was to use owl carousel. You can make it using custom JavaScript as well, not a big deal, but that is time consuming. When we already have things made and we already have them on the internet, then why to make them from scratch? But yeah, there are people who love to do things from scratch, so definitely you can do it from scratch as well. I might come up with a video about making a slider from scratch, but yeah, if there are many viewers requesting a video like that, then for sure I'll make one. And yeah, so that's it for today. This is how you use owl carousel. This is very simple, and I will be putting the CodePen link where this code will be added. I'll be having an image slider over there. From there you can pick up code, and you can use it if you want for practice. And yeah, that is as simple as this. And yeah, remember about the website that I just showed you, that is cdnjs.com. That is very useful. It's not just the owl carousel or jQuery CDN. You get CDNs for almost everything over there. That's an amazing website that I found. So it will be very useful if you are planning to become a web developer in the future. So yeah, that's it. I've been posting, like I have posted this video like after real long. I was supposed to post from March, but due to some personal work and things, I couldn't get time. So yeah, I will be posting regularly from this month. So stay tuned for the videos, and yeah, if you got something out of this video, do not forget to press that like button, and also subscribe to my channel if you are wanting to become a web developer. I'll be coming up with tips, tricks and many things related to web development, and I'm sure it will help you. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Have a good day. Let's meet in the next video. Bye guys.